everybody, to another great episode of Real Life Matters. I'm your host, DBoss. And of course, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, DBoss Network, so you can see all the episodes. And also subscribe to the guests that we have on, support them, shout out them, all the stuff that you want to do. But today, you got one of my favorite sports I used to play, basketball. But we didn't get to take it to the level that we're going to be hearing today from these people that are coming on today, the organizers of the Women's National D League, and there is WNDL to be short. And we have all the people, and they're going to come and tell us about what's going on, and we're going to find out where they're from, how they started it, how to keep up with them. So with no other further ado, I introduce to you Mark BETHEA, Mr. B.
Hey, how y'all doing out there?
Odds,
good evening, everyone.
Olds, and we got Glendon Taitt.
How's everyone doing? Pleasure.
All right. Welcome, everybody.
Thank you.
Now, we're going to start with Mark BETHEA. We're going to ask you where you come from, you're born, and your background, all that.
Well, my name is Mark BETHEA. Most people call me Mr. B. I'm the CEO and the founder of the Women's National D League. Where I was born in Brooklyn, New York. I was raised between Brooklyn and Queens, so those are the two neighborhoods that I come out of. I've been in sports for almost over 20 years. I work with the New York Knicks, the New York Liberty, the New York Rangers, and mostly every New York sports team there is in New York, along with Madison Square Garden.
So you're an all-around sports guy.
Yes, I should say that. Yes. I mean, sports has always been my passion. I love it. I love doing it. I love working. I just love to see people experiences, the first time they come to a big event. I love to see, the memories that it creates. I love to see the people expressions, especially the kids. I love to see it because they go crazy. And it just put a good smile on my face and joy in my heart. So it's something that I love to do.
All right. Michelle Olds, where you come from?
Good evening, everyone. I'm Michelle Oles. I'm president of the Women's National D League. I was born in Brooklyn, but like Mr. B, I was raised in Queens, in New York. So that's basically where I say I'm from, since I moved from Brooklyn when I was 2 years old. So no real memories there. So as of the Women's National D League, I haven't played basketball. Ironically, that's a question I've always asked. Where people meet me and see that I'm 5'0", you can understand. I've never played, but I've always been a fan of basketball. I've watched basketball with my dad when I was younger. My favorite team was the Detroit Pistons, the real Detroit Pistons, with the bad boys of Isaiah Thomas. If they couldn't beat you on the court, they beat you off the court. But either way, they were fun to watch. And my first real knowledge of female basketball was seeing Cynthia Cooper play with the Comets. And I was just in awe of like, wow, women also have the talent to play basketball. So I've always been an avid fan of the sports, both men and women. I've always worked in administration. So when Mr. B presented me with this opportunity, I jumped on it. Nothing better than working for a sport that I genuinely love and applying my knowledge and skill to it, what I do best.
And that's wonderful. But my team is the Toronto Raptors.
Oh, Vince Carter. I can do that. Vince Carter.
I like the other teams, but I guess since we're in a different league now,
Yes.
we the North.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Glendon Taitt.
How are you? How's everybody doing out there? I'm born in Barbados, West Indies. I grew up in Queens, New York. I grew up playing basketball on the south side of Jamaica, Queens, mostly in trying to play in Brooklyn and a couple other places. I'm just a complete basketball fanatic. I love both the men's and women's games. And we're just here to introduce everyone to the WNDL.
Right. Well, I'm glad you all told everybody, because everybody would say, how come you didn't ask them that? So everybody has to say, I don't care if you come from Africa, you come from France, where you come from, it doesn't matter. Because somebody can relate to you out there. And this is real life matters. But
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes, ma'am.
so what makes you, so everybody can, answer, or you guys can agree. What made you want to start women's basketball league?
Okay, well, it all really started was I always had a passion for women's basketball, so that's always been there. And when I was working with the Westchester Knicks, I had a more like a deja vu, you know, just sitting in the arena, just sitting there one day, and I was just looking at the court. And as I was looking at the court, it just showed itself like, and I was just so much in the awe, like, yeah, that I told Allen Houston that I was going to start my own league. I was going to keep pushing it and so forth, and to the point till I got to where I am today, to actually having it established so some of these ladies can get an opportunity to play the game that they love here in the States. They don't got to go overseas. There's no reason to go over there. We want them to be able to play in front of their friends, their family, their fans, the ones that support them, the ones that cheer for them. So, with that, having that kind of passion and having that kind of dream, when you have something that not only benefits you, but it helps other people as well, it's the best thing to give. It's the best thing. And I like what I
So
do.
because women before this sport, because when I played and we weren't able, as women, they didn't even have anything professional for us. Everybody was just playing because they like to play. And, that's why I said, well, why am I playing this 5 days a week? I played college basketball. Why am I playing this 5 days a week? And I'm in there every day and we're not, where are we going to be doing? So a
Right.
lot of us went and came out. We just are playing as a passion. But Michelle, for you, that you love the sport, yes, you didn't play it, but you probably wanted to. You could have played point guard or something.
I can play horse if that counts for anything.
You can't play near the net.
Absolutely.
No, but
So,
it was definitely a void that needed to be filled for women. Men have had the G League, which is now a D League, forever. And like you stated, women didn't have anything available to them. They either had the limited opportunity of being drafted to the WNBA, but as 3 to 5%, that's enough, not enough to serve the thousands of talented players out there, or the option of going overseas. Not everyone wants to go overseas, or even if you take that opportunity, you're alone. There's no friends, no family. You get a win, you have to celebrate by yourself. So even though they were still able to play, the connection with their friends and family was still missing.
hmm.
So the Women's National
So,
D League, we're here to take care of all of that.
and you guys have, so when you started, what was your first team you had?
Well, actually, the first team we put together was our New York team, which was called the the Westchester Shooting Stars. Excuse me. From that, the second team we put together was the Connecticut Stars, and what we did from that point to see what kind of what kind of project we could have or what can we see. So what we decided to do was put a game on at the Westchester County Center in White Plains, New York. When we put the game on, just the just the reaction of the crowd seeing these ladies out there, playing was like, wow. So from that point, we sat down and I told them my ideas about the league and how can we start other teams and get other teams involved. How can we, how can we expand it? For to see it happen the first time was the time we said we can do it.
Hmm.
It's possible. You understand? We can do it. And
So people paid to come in and stuff like that to the games?
yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. Just like you go to a Nick game, just like you go
Hmm.
to any basketball event, same thing, same
Okay.
thing. And with something like that, it's like what I realized in doing this the most is seeing these ladies get an opportunity to do what they love to do. You understand?
Mm.
And seeing them have their chance to shine and show the world what they're capable to, what they're capable of, and what would they like to bring to the table. Long as they know that what they're doing is helping them and benefiting them, I think is always good because at the end of the day, I get to see these people who I never met in my life, really had no conversation with, smile. Then it's thank you, Mr. B, or I appreciate what you're doing, Mr. B. So those are the things that keeps me going to see it going. You understand? Because I realize it's just not my dream. It's my dream helping other people reveal their dreams. You understand? So it's more like me being able to lay down and let them stand on my back in order for them to stand up. You understand? So it's a great thing and I love it. That's why I always say this is my passion. This is my desire. This is why I always look forward to seeing these ladies being happy, doing what they love to do, just for them to sit there and say, look what this man created and look where we are today. So,
Absolutely.
And
You
look,
know,
you all black people started this organization.
yes,
Yes.
Hello?
yes,
yes, absolutely,
yes,
absolutely.
That's
yes,
Yeah.
that's the critical thing. Nobody else did it. You guys did.
yes,
And
Absolutely.
that's a big
yes,
big
yes,
mandate you guys have. And I'm pretty sure you guys put your team, everybody has to do stuff. I know you're very busy because you guys got eight teams and looking for more.
Absolutely.
actually,
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 we
I
have
had
10 teams now.
10 teams now.
How many? Oh, 10?
10
Yeah,
10.
teams
we're,
now.
we're up to 10. We're up to
We're up
10
to
now.
10 teams. Yes,
And
yes,
we're definitely looking at having a team in the Toronto area in the near future,
yes.
if
Yes.
possible. Um, as
Wow.
Michelle,
Well, you're gonna see a lot of people come out for that. I seen the requirements on the website. Who put those together? Because some people
Actually,
have some problems if they're not smart enough.
well, actually, those are the same requirements that the WNBA requires of all their players if they're not actually going to finish their NCAA eligibility. If they don't, then they have to meet the requirements in order to happen. I mean, it's just formal. It's just formal, and I like the requirements because basically we want to be able to bring the best out of these states to that big stage. You understand?
absolutely.
Yeah. So that's why we stick with the requirements because I like for young ladies to go and finish what they're doing in college. I like them to learn how to play organized basketball at that kind of level in order. I mean, it's just like a stepping stool. You know, you go to high school, you play high school basketball, you get good. But
Mm-hmm.
then when they know you got something, you go to college, you learn how to play organized basketball to where you're not playing as an individual, you're playing as a unit, as a team.
Yeah.
You understand? And that's what we look for that team play in order for us to see these ladies play their game and be able to bring them in when we're looking for them to do the same thing in the Women's National D League.
Well, fortunately or unfortunately, most women do finish their 4 years when they go into play. They get that degree because there's not as much opportunity like the NBA to be drafted or anything like that. I believe Michelle and I and Mark were speaking one day, and it's only 35 possibilities out of over
Yes.
5,000
Right.
active students that are, student athletes that are playing basketball. We're now here to give them that opportunity, but we would definitely like to see every last one of these young ladies get their degrees. And most times they do get them, but it's what you do after you get them. You would still like to continue uh, being an athlete and playing basketball, and we're here to give them that opportunity. I saw a coach. He had put up a post, and I think it directly hits what the WNDL is here for. And the quote, just looking at the quote right now, it's just because your dream is delayed doesn't mean it's denied. And
Absolutely.
what we
Yes.
want to do is be a source pool for these young ladies to have other opportunities, maybe to go to the WNBA, but also to consider their branding and their marketing and what it is that they want to do and still be able to have fun being an athlete and making money at it, of course, and having a family atmosphere where your family can continue to see you grow.
Right, but sometimes it's hard But it's good that you encourage the educational part, because what you can't play basketball forever, as everybody knows.
Absolutely.
So at one point you got to stop, and then plus also with women, well, they want to maybe have children at some point, right, Michelle? They
Yes.
they
Yes.
want to have a family, so they have to have some kind of a backup.
Absolutely. And that's one of the reasons, the actual mission of the Women's National D League, that it's so important that for them to have a college degree, because that'll be their form of branding. It's not a requirement to have your degree, but it's easier to market what you went to school and graduated with. But I don't want to intimidate those who may not have gone to college, but they're past the NCAA eligibility, because everyone has a dream regardless if they have a degree or not. It's just that
Right.
those who have a degree, we can help them market themselves with that degree. Our aim is for the players to be an overall success on and off the court. So if you have a degree, great. We can help you market yourself with that degree. We can help you do investing, budgeting, anything that you may want to do to push further with that degree. Or again, those who don't have a degree, or you even have a degree. Let's say you got to have a degree in liberal arts. Everyone has a passion. Everyone is good at something. We will help you flourish what you want to do after your life of basketball. As you stated, basketball is not forever. You can be the best basketball player. All the time is not good for everybody. So once
Right.
your time is up as a basketball player, we want you to move further in your life in whatever you wish, that whatever you desire to do, just to be an overall success.
You can come out like Mr. B and say, hey, we want to start a league.
Absolutely.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes,
And
And
we'll
yes,
definitely
it's
play.
not joking. It's we're saying as a reality. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
yes.
they have to have something past that, because I knew a lot of guys that got scouted for basketball. They went to the Europe, they went here, but some of them they didn't even finish maybe their college. They just made just the requirement that they had to, and then it's like, okay, well, you can't. My knee got messed up or something happened. What are you gonna do?
Exactly.
That's true. That's very true.
I
And we
That's
can,
think
very,
I think that uh, with what we do, Michelle has a program that she created. Is called iRise, and it's a financial literacy program that we use for some of the players that's on our teams. And basically, this program helps them whether they want to be entrepreneurs, whether they want to start their own businesses, whether they have a business that they're trying to expand, or whether they're trying to take whatever they're trying to do to the next level. With this program that Michelle has, it enables them to do that. It helps them if they want to be entrepreneurs. It helps them start the business from the beginning of the conception of the business and all the way until them finding funding for the business. So, and more of you playing basketball, not only are you doing that, you're also building your career. So when this thing does end, you're able to continue to go on and be able to be productive and financially secure in your life. You understand? And a lot of these things, some of these ladies don't have. And a lot of these things, some of these ladies want. So with the opportunity of the WNDL and the IRS program, what we're trying to do is just build that encouragement for these ladies to have what they need in order for them to move forward.
So I know you guys are terribly busy because you guys got 10 teams. What he said, 10, and maybe going 11 now soon.
yeah.
Yes.
And you guys are just, you're impacting the society, the community, and globally. So, and you maybe you don't realize it, but you are, because people are going to be looking to you, and people, we the North up here, we're going to be looking like, what? You got something the women can go to? And so take us through, how you do. I know they have to fill up the form and stuff and go through the selection, but you guys they have to go try out. So how do you guys select the talent? Because there's probably so many of them, and everybody seems talented.
Well, I let Glenn and
Woo!
Michelle
Amen.
answer that.
Oh God, you got to sit in front of Glenn.
Okay. I take that ball. I take the pass. I catch that ball.
Okay.
Okay. So the young ladies can go on WNDL at yahoo.com, hit the menu button, and there's an application there. The tryout fees are $75. When they come to try out, we'll have coaches there, myself, Mr. B, Michelle, and the rest of the team, and we'll be there evaluating their talent level. We want young ladies that are playing at a very high talent level. We are not going to be directly competing with the WNBA, but we want to put a good show on the floor. We want to show good basketball. So when these young ladies come out and they're doing the tryouts, they'll go through the drills with the different coaches that are there. The coaches will put them through the drills. Myself, Mr. B, and Michelle will be there looking. We usually sit down as a panel, and each one of us will have a book, and we'll kind of just mark off the names that we like, that we're looking at, and then we kind of compare them as far as what Michelle thought and what Mr. B thought and what the coaches are thinking to put these teams together. When you're looking at these ladies, you also have to think about, is this team going to gel, the people that you put on the floor, and pretty much primarily it is the coaches that have to coach these young ladies and have them playing as one unit. And that's what we're looking for. The same thing with the coaches. The coaches can go right on WNDL at yahoo.com, hit the menu button, and they are all welcome to sign up, to send their resumes. Michelle takes a look at them. She goes over them. We vet them. Each one of us, I will speak to them. Michelle will speak to them, and she does most of the vetting for the coaches that we choose.
So you got it, and I've seen that they have to have a video.
The video that you're showing is, it's just your highlight films, basically, like you would do with any NBA team, any WNBA team. We want to see you playing along with your team. We want to see what skill sets you have, what we're looking at. One of the things as far as the WNDL, we're not just looking at Division I players. We're looking at Division IIs, Division IIIs, community college, JUCOs. We want, because these people, the persons that are playing in these games, the WNBA cannot possibly see every player that's out there that's playing at a level that may be commensurate with theirs. So those that come out to see us, we're going to put the best possible product on the floor. Again, it's going to be a family atmosphere. We have some other things that we do. You were mentioning how we're going to be in the community, DBoss. I want you to understand, not only are we going to be in the community, not only are we going to have these basketball teams and these ladies playing, but we also have internships available. Again, they can go on to WNDL at yahoo.com. Internships in sports management, photography, videography, things of that nature. So we have that available as well.
Wow. Well, and so when you guys you guys got the Shooting Stars, the Westchester Shooting Stars, you got the Connecticut, you got the North Carolina. Are those teams, I guess the players, you are picked from that specific area, or it doesn't really matter? Or do you just mix them up?
No, the players have to they have to reside in the state they want to play for. And that's done intentionally because most ball players, they have their own fan base. And that's an art of promoting yourself. So if you're new to the state.
But in New York, you guys are so close. You got the Jersey, you got the Connecticut, you got the Westchester. So how
but see,
that must be hard.
No, it's to be honest with you, it's really not that hard because most of the ladies market themselves because it's the competition level.
Yes.
I'm from New York, you from Connecticut, exactly. I'm from Jersey. We coming to Connecticut, but we ain't coming for an L. We coming to play. So it builds up the competition because they say, okay, so now we got New York coming to Jersey, or we got New York coming to Connecticut, or we got New York coming down to the Carolinas. We're going to whip up on these ladies. They ain't going to whip up on us. And it just builds the competition level. You understand? You want these ladies to get on the court, and you want them to represent their state. And that's what we want, because we want to be able to say to the WNBA, you don't have to go overseas and bring ladies. We have the best ladies right here that can play at this level. All they're looking for is an opportunity. You did it for the men. I did it for the men. So why not us turn around and do it for the ladies? You understand? It's their turn. It's their opportunity. It's something new. It's something that will give them more inspiration to continue to do what they do. Because most of these ladies go to school, they do 4 years. Next thing you know, the door slammed in their face. Their whole career's over because they don't want to go overseas. They can't get in the WNBA. So what do? Throw my career away. Let me throw my sneakers away. Let me go put on a hamper or something. You understand? And that right there, it stagnates their growth. It tells them that, oh well, you go to school for 4 years now, you $70,000 in the hole, and you know what, your career is never going to happen for you. So no, I think when we build these teams and these ladies know what they can do and they're able to compete against some of these ladies because they want to show their skill. They want to play. They want you to know when I walk in your house, you know who I am. You understand?
Absolutely.
And that's what they want to do. Yeah, because the men want to do it, the ladies want to do it as well. And I just want to be able to see their dreams come true by watching my dream build for them.
So I know you guys got that one-on-one relationship with the players and the ones that play. And when you guys have to get new ones to replace maybe someone who's not doing so well, that must be hard. I know that, or if you're getting a cut because somebody's coming in.
It's challenging, but at the end of the day, it's the business. But it's not like we go in there like gangbusters, like, oh, you're not doing right, you're out of here. We talk to them, we let you know what you need to do, and we let them know from the beginning. Don't get comfortable. You may be the best today, but it can always be someone better tomorrow. So we don't want them to get complacent. We don't want them to get comfortable. You come into the gym every day like this is your last day.
Absolutely.
It's like just don't lose the fire because you're on the team.
So how many people go on the team? 12? Is it, or do you guys have extras? Do you just have 12, or do you have a little bit more in case something happens?
Well, we have 12 ladies for each team, but we always keep reserves. Those are just backups, just in case one lady goes down or the team may be in foul trouble. They need that extra person, that extra body to get up in there and get some points on. So it'd be mostly a total of 14 ladies, but 12 is on the roster, 2 is for the backup to make sure that, if anything happens to any of the 12, we definitely have 2 reserves that can actually get up there and contribute to the team and the game.
I wouldn't want to sit in you guys' shoes when you have to cut somebody or.
Well, it's
challenging.
It's not easy.
It's not easy, DBoss, but it's just like any other business. It's not anything personal. It's about business, and again, we want to put the best possible product out there. As Michelle said, don't get comfortable in your position at any time. If you're an athlete and you're trying to prove you're the best, you will continue to play at a high level until you cannot. And at that time, hopefully, we've already gotten you to a point where your business is flourishing or your brand is flourishing, and most athletes know when they've reached the point where they can't do it anymore. They don't want to put into training. They don't want to put into workouts. Some of them go a little further, but in this particular case, we're hoping that everything turns out where everything that we're sitting here telling you as far as the branding and the marketing and getting them to a point where they are, they can flourish on their own. They're there and they understand it's a business. It's just like any other business. If I go to work for McDonnell Douglas and I'm putting together aircraft wings and one of the wings fall off and they tell me, hey, this isn't going to work. You have to leave. What am I going to do? I know what I did wrong. I absolutely know what I did wrong. So, we just want these ladies to understand that they are there to play the game of basketball at the level that they're used to playing it at.
Wow. When I played basketball, there was only 9. We didn't have
12. Remember, I tried to ask you if you wanted to play.
There was only 9, and we couldn't find anybody. We're like, oh my gosh, we got to run the whole time.
There you go. I tried to recruit her. When I talked to her on the phone the first week.
I I played center forward. We had to rotate because there only was 9. There wasn't very many women playing ball at that time. So we see all these other people coming up, but we were strong because we went to Dawson College and Dawson Blues in Montreal, and a lot of the teams in the U.S. recruited and scouted the guys from there.
Nice.
So they took all, and then when the Raptors came out, unfortunately, all those other guys are gone.
Yeah. Nice.
So we went through a period of losing, which everybody knew.
Yeah. It's a growth period. It's a growth period. It's not a losing period. It's a growth period.
But I remember days on the court that you would be so emotional, and you have to make sure that everybody's in the game. And if they're not in the game, because you could feel it, you could feel if Joe or Sue is not in. Hey, Sue, get with us, get back.
Yes.
But people couldn't understand that don't play. And I said, yeah, you can feel in your mind who's not playing and who is playing.
Absolutely.
And in your mind when you didn't do well. But our coaches to make us practice with the guys.
Yeah, well, that gives you a better skill set. It gives you that toughness,
we weren't afraid. We're fearless.
I do the same thing here with my summer league, so I understand that concept 100%.
So you guys, they go to summer camp? Do you guys have summer camp, and what do they practice? 5 days a week, or how do you guys work that?
Well, what we usually do is our season don't really start off till September. That September is when we start practicing. What we usually do is try to give them at least, I say 60 to 70 days before the actual first season and the actual first game come around. This is to prepare them with their coaches, and their coaches prepare them to know the plays, their offense, their defense, and plus it's at a time when we're still able to be able to market and promote them, get them out into the public, shaking hands, meeting different people, doing interviews and stuff like that, because we want all our ladies to be a product of their community, something that people can look at and say, listen, just because I'm here, I made it. You understand? If I can do it, you can do it. And just being able to give some of these encouragement to some of these young ladies who wants to go to school to play ball. You understand? Who wants to just do something that a woman that or they couldn't possibly done before. You want them to be able to have another woman who's gone through their struggle, who's been through their struggle, to sit there and say, hey, listen, I know it's kind of hard right now, but you will make it.
Yeah.
You will make it, just keep going. Don't stop. Keep going. And that's a lot of things that I tell all the ladies, even the ladies who don't make the cut. I always tell them, don't give up. Go practice your game, and I see you at the next tryout.
Yeah.
You understand?
Absolutely.
So I always try to give that encouragement, because at one time a close friend of mine gave me that same encouragement when I thought that I couldn't be able to create this league. When I thought that no one would even help me, or no one would listen to me, or no one would support me. The first thing he said is, don't worry about nobody. Go do your dream. Go follow your dream. It's yours. No one is going to help you until you help yourself. And if it's your dream, you have to make it come true. No one else. And no one else is going to do it for you. So from that point on, I looked out for me and made sure that I will make sure that my dream come into fruition. And this is where you meet the WNDL and the people that work with the WNDL.
Boss lady, can we bring up the magazine, boss man?
Oh.
Can we bring up the magazine?
No, not right. No, not right yet.
No. Hours.
Oh, well, I will. We will put that in there. Your magazine.
Okay.
The magazine. Yeah, you could bring up the magazine, but that's with the marketing. So what do you guys do? So do you guys train the athletes to know how to publicly speak? Because some people are good athletes, and when it comes to presenting themselves.
Yes, we have we have people that work with the women players. I say the ladies. I don't really say player. I just say ladies, because which are them all ladies. So we have people that work with them one-on-one. We have them work with if they setting up for an interview, what it needs for them to do, how to talk, how to how to hold your posture, how to just be more presentable, how to be very careful when a question is presented to you on politics or something like that, or how do you feel about it. So I mean, there's many different things that we do, and with that magazine, the magazine is the best part because we get to, for every lady that plays on the team, you get to know them individually from their words. In the magazine, we have what we call the journey. The journey basically talks. It's these ladies telling their story. I played basketball since I was 12 years old. I played in high school. I played in college. I went overseas, and now I got an opportunity to play here back in the U.S. with the WNDL, the Women's National D League. So this is my journey. This is what I always wanted to do. So for every lady that plays in our in our league and on our teams, this is a way that we use this magazine to share their story with the world in order for them to help someone else who might decide they want to take the same journey as them. So not only did
So
you
the
just
magazine is
create the
called,
role.
Glenn, you said Journey, The Journey? That's what it's
No,
called?
that's those are the top those that's the story headline that we use.
Oh,
The magazine itself is the Women's National D League sports magazine, which is the WNDL, and that magazine basically talks about the players, the staff, the
wow.
organization, what's coming up, and also we have a topic just for our artists and our artists who will be performing halftime events at the games and stuff like that, and the different
You mean the
venues and
music, the
things like that.
musical artists or the entertainment, right?
Yes, yes,
It's not just going to be just musical artists. There's going to be dance. There's
Mm,
going to be there's going to be dance. There's going to be a lot of different types of entertainment. We want a complete family atmosphere when you
okay,
sit down to watch our games. We want the halftime entertainment to be one of the things that you do talk about.
yes.
okay. So you guys have to put together everything from A to Z, their brand, their marketing. So you got other people that well, who, okay, so who does what? When you guys, okay, you guys select the team members, then Michelle, you mentor them, right? Is that what
Yes.
you
Yeah.
somewhat, right?
Somewhat, yes. It's like I'm heavy on the administrative side. So
Okay,
I do pick the different personnel as needed. If we need a videographer, if we need a coach, if we need a athletic director, any position that needs to be filled, I interview that personnel, and then we determine who gets hired, and then we just let these people, qualifications speaking for themselves, do what they do.
okay,
Mhm.
okay. And then Mr. B, what's your role? You do. I know you guys do everything, but you have to break down,
Okay, my
and then
role.
we'll get to the.
Okay, okay, my role is most of the time I work directly with Michelle, and I work directly with Glenn, and also Jamel. Well, he's not on the Zoom, but I also work with other people that works for them under them. So my role
Okay,
is to make sure that their job is being done. My role is to make sure that I have conversations with the WNBA and speak with the WNBA about possibly looking at my ladies and picking them up. Um, my role is I hold meetings every day. I'm on Zoom meetings every day. Um, so my role is just to make sure that the ship is up and that's
okay.
selling
Smooth
and we
sailing.
moving forward. You
So
understand?
everything, so because once a team, everybody can't be overlapping everybody because nothing will get done, right? So this is why
Yes,
we're trying to figure
yes,
out. Okay,
Yes.
so what you do is we know you guys can do everything from A to Z, but you have to be able to focus, or else you'll never get nothing done. So, Mr. Glendon, so I guess you're between everything.
My role, I, I'm gonna put it in a good way. Uh, my role is to reach out and speak to the people that are doers, such as yourself, Miss D. Ross. I'm the one that I take the calls. Someone may want to get in touch with Mark or Michelle, but they're just talking talk. They're not doers. They're not the ones that's gonna listen to what we have to say. And I kind of separate those from the ones that are gonna help us move along. They will give us the opportunity, such as yourself. We're on your show today, which is a blessing for us. There's, I put it one time as I keep the headaches away from Mark and Michelle, the unnecessary ones, and then the necessary ones, I will put them in touch, and that way we can all speak about what it is either they can do with us or for us, and vice versa, as far as getting this league together and getting these ladies together. It's as you said, there's A to Z. We're looking for individuals that are going to do the right thing, and doing right's not always easy. It might be a hard route, but we know that when we get it done, it's done properly, and everybody's happy on both sides of the fence. Some people will call and tell you about everything that they have done. As I said before, you could tell me everything that you've done. You've built this league, you've done this league, you've done that. But when you tell me that, I'm looking at you because this has never been done before. This is the first time that this is being done. So, you can tell me you helped build the NFL. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. What can you help us do with the WNDL? Because this has never been done. So
security people.
Well,
if you can't pass security, you ain't getting to Mr. B, and you ain't getting to Michelle, and you ain't getting past nothing. So everybody else who's watching, you better make sure you get the right criteria to Mr. Glendon Senior.
Yes.
And anyone that knows me, DBoss, will tell you I'm the nicest person in the world. I'll talk with you all day. But there's, it's just certain key things. At least I try to be the nicest person in the world, but I know my responsibility to Mr. B and to Michelle and to this league. So, and it's important to me. It's all about, I've said this before, it's all about purpose and commitment. And we're looking for that on both sides. We're going to give that to you, and we expect that back. So, it's sometimes it's hard. My position is hard because somebody might feel that I just don't like them. It's not that. It's you're talking. I've already told you what we're looking for, and you're still talking. Nothing's been done. So it's no sense in me passing them on to Michelle and or Mark, and they're still talking with them about the same thing they talked with me about. But again, nothing has been done. So we're looking for doers. We're looking for high energy people.
You have to be doers, and you have to understand the brand, and you have to have vision and focus, and know where you're going to, and where you want to take the brand to, and professionally. So that's
100%.
100%. Oh, I got it.
DBoss just made me. She just made me out to be the bad guy here.
Well, they gotta have a good cop and a bad cop, or a couple of them.
Well, there you go. I love the position. They gave me a beautiful opportunity. Again, I'm a basketball fanatic to a point. And by the way, I didn't get to tell you guys, I'm a diehard Knicks fan.
I'm sorry.
Through and through. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But but, it is. Absolutely. But they gave me an opportunity. We were introduced through a good friend, and it's been nothing but love since. They've shown me nothing but love. They've appreciated the work that I've done, and I appreciate the things that they do for me as well.
Well, I know there's other people. Everybody's not on the screen, people, today for Real Life Matters. So maybe one day we'll get them on. But are there any shout outs? Because there's so much more, and this obviously can't stop. This interview isn't stopping here, people. We've got to have a phase 2, because there's just so much information, and we have to introduce you guys to the world so people will know, hey, my kid plays well basketball. Where can I bring them? Where can I, or which community they're in? So now they know the criteria and they got to go through Sergeant Glendon, and
Who is
before before.
who's a very amiable person.
We're not messing with Glendon. Glendon has to do his part and his role. But you know, you have to get through. So if you're not serious, then please, and it's any other business, if you're not serious, then just don't even bother, because you're not going to get past that to get to Mr. B or Michelle. Forget it.
Correct.
So, you know, we're just telling people that. So we're introducing you, because a lot of people probably have not heard about, you know, this thing, and that people are going to be jumping like, what's going on? Because I know people love basketball. People love the sports. There's a lot of women that like it, and the women that are playing it and don't know about your opportunity. And you told us about the sponsor internships, and then of course somebody has to work with the sponsorships, like these guys, the guys that if somebody at Nike wants to sponsor one of your people, or you know, or something like that, then they have to go through protocol to get where Mr. B or Michelle would say, okay, well, that's okay. So you have to give me XYD dollars, and it's 10%, 15% goes to them. And sometimes it could be $1 million, and sometimes it could be 100,000. So it's a good money for those guys who do that type of thing, that go up there and get these sponsors. And I know a few guys that do that type of thing. They go run them down, and they make sure that the person's being represented, and they're the guys that go and fight for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to give a shout out to all the colleges out there. This is where my shout out's going to go, to all the colleges out there that are hopefully listening to us tonight. The people that I've met within those colleges, please, know that the WNDL is here, and that's all I tell them. We're here for the ladies. We're here for the internships. I'll hit your end of the spectrum. We'll give Drake a shout out today, because we know he loves basketball on that end of it. And on this end of the spectrum, I give Nick Cannon a shout out, because he's another basketball lover, and he just did a basketball movie called She-Ball. That's great. We'd like to talk to you if you're interested.
Yeah.
Michelle, any shout-outs or Mike?
Mr. B, you can go ahead.
No,
he's excited.
I just want to especially thank everyone that's been with us from the beginning on this journey. As we stated from the beginning, this is the first time this is not being done. There's been a lot of bumps in the road, but we've managed to get over each and every obstacle. And at this point, we just reaching for the stars. So thank you for everyone who has stayed with us from day one and genuinely wants the Women's National D League to succeed.
Okay, I just want to give 2 quick shout outs. First shout out I want to give to is the audience. Thank you out there for even supporting us, even showing us some kind of love. It's a good thing, because now I know that the work we're putting in is being recognized, and people are seeing what we're actually trying to do to help these ladies change their lives. My second shout out too is any of the coaches that works with me. I appreciate you, and I appreciate everything you do. And I just want to say thank you. My last one is Toronto. Listen, the WNDL is coming to Toronto. We're looking to put a ladies team together. We want them to compete in our league and be able to compete against some of these teams in the United States. So Toronto, understand the WNDL, we're coming. So all you ballers out there, all you ladies out there in college, all you ladies, stay tuned for the tryout, because we will be in Toronto to put that team. Stay tuned.
Okay.
Stay tuned.
And also,
tell us where people can reach out. Can you tell the website,
yes,
or your social medias?
Go ahead, Michelle.
Well, the last shout out, thank you to everyone on our team. Even though they may not be on the Zoom, you all greatly appreciate it. As for reaching out to the Women's National D League, for any players, they can log on to the actual website, which is womensnationaldleague.com. You spell out womensnationaldleague.com. Again, follow all of the prompts. You must fill out a registration application, a liability and COVID waiver, as well as the $75 tryout fee. My personal email is on there. So once those applications are completed, they can be emailed directly to me. My email, vpvictorpaul.moldswndl@yahoo.com. Once again, vpvictorpaul.moldswndl@yahoo.com. And that's for players, internship, coaches, anyone that has any interest or questions about Women's National D League, you can reach out to me at my website. Thank you.
Can I do one more, DBoss?
Yes.
Good. I'd like to shout out to Faded for doing the music for us, and I'd like to do a
Yes.
shout out for Jamel for everything that he's doing for us down there in Georgia.
Thanks, Mel. Appreciate it, big man.
We appreciate you.
And Kevin Grant is on here too.
Hello, Kevin Grant. He's our Ohio head coach, and I think I saw Alicia's name too. She's our assistant coach for our Ohio team.
I've heard a lot about him.
Congrats, Kev.
You can't see them, but they're smiling.
Yeah.
And lastly, I don't think we mentioned all of our team states.
Oh,
yes. So just a quick rundown. We are located in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, DC, Georgia, Carolina, serving North and South, Minnesota, Milwaukee, and Ohio.
Yes.
Woo.
And soon to come,
Toronto. And then Toronto. Yes, I tell you, people probably already got their running shoes already hooked up already. You're gonna have a mad rush of people because there's a lot of people here.
We're ready. We're ready for it. Trust me.
That's it.
But anyways, I do want to thank all of you. You know, Mr. B, Michelle, Glendon. You know, the people that you don't see on right now. They're here. Alicia. You know, Kevin, Grant. He got the same last name as my mom and them. And, well, we don't know. I know he's laughing, but you never know. And Jamal, he may be from Barbados too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or somewhere out there. But you know, anyways, I do, and people, you're going to be seeing more of them. Real Life Matters. You know, we got 12 million viewers watching. You know, we got all our counterparts. This thing is going to go mad. So reach out to them, support everything about the WNDL. So everybody, I do want to thank you all for tuning in tonight for Real Life Matters. So bye for now.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.